What if I told you that driving an 18-wheeler was dangerous? Very, very dangerous.
XconMedia.
Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you tapping in. And that's what I said. What if I told you 18-wheelers are extremely dangerous? It is a very dangerous job. And I'm here to tell you that. And this is coming from a person that has been out here for 11 years. I went to technical school at Georgia Piedmont, all right, in 2014. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure you watch the video all the way through if you know somebody that is thinking about being a tractor trailer driver, or if you thought about being a tractor trailer driver yourself. Now, I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is make sure that you know all of the aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it can be done. And it's a lot of people out here do it very successfully, but it's a lot of people out here that have catastrophic endings when it comes to these tractor trailers. And today, what made me think about that is today, May 13th, 2025, I was merely 5 to 10 minutes short of witnessing the accident in progress. You know what I'm saying? I was a little bit late leaving out of the facility that I leave out from. And good thing that I was, because who knows what would have happened. But this incident was so fresh that the first responders was just pulling up to the scene a little bit. Like when I passed the exit 310, where that quick trip is, the first responders was passing me at that time. So that's when I cut my dash cam on and caught some video footage. So you want to see this video footage for yourself. This was a really, really bad accident. And I think the way that it started, from what I understand, is an accident happened on the northbound side, and the 18-wheeler that was involved in the accident on the northbound side went over the median and everything onto oncoming traffic on the southbound side. And I think it was 2 or 3 other tractor trailers was involved. Um, 3 people deceased. And a truck was on fire. A pickup truck was on fire. So I'm going to play a little bit of that dash cam footage, and we just gonna check it out. And praying for the victims, because obviously this was tragic. Nobody expected to run into this morning, but here we go.
A tragic multi-vehicle crash occurred this morning, Tuesday, May 13th, 2025, on Interstate 75 South near mile marker 308, close to the Bartow-Gordon County line in Georgia. The incident involved 6 vehicles, including 3 tractor trailers and 3 passenger vehicles, resulting in 3 fatalities and 2 injuries. What happened, according to the Georgia State Patrol, GSP, the crash began when a northbound tractor trailer collided with a Hyundai Sonata. While the Sonata veered off the road, the tractor trailer crossed the median into the southbound lanes, where it struck 2 other tractor trailers, a Toyota Corolla and a Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger caught fire as a result of the impact. Casualties and injuries. 3 individuals lost their lives in the crash. 2 others were transported to nearby hospitals. Their conditions have not been disclosed. 2 additional people involved in the crash were not injured. Traffic impact. The crash led to the closure of all southbound lanes of I-75 near mile marker 308 for several hours during the morning commute. As of this afternoon, 1 lane has reopened, but significant delays continue. Motorists are advised to use alternate routes, such as US Highway 41, and to check real-time updates via 511 Georgia /511ga.org/list/events/traffic. Ongoing investigation. The Georgia State Patrol's Specialized Collision Reconstruction Team, SCRT, is investigating the incident. The names of the victims have not yet been released, pending notification of next of kin.
And that was today. And I'm here to tell you from my perspective, I passed this accident up and went almost to Nashville, turned around and came back, and they still was cleaning up. So my work day was probably about 8 hours. So 7 so maybe like 7 hours or so of me going to Nashville and turning around and coming back. They were still cleaning up the wreckage. Like this was bad. And the reason why I say all the time, man, I am a I don't like to call myself a truck driver. I'm a businessman that just so happen to know how to drive trucks. And on this particular day, I'm driving, and this is what happens. Now, over the 11 years of on and off truck driving, I went to school, graduated from a technical school, went to PTL, um, drove for PTL for maybe 2 or 3 months. That didn't work out. They didn't want me to come home to see my daughter being born. So I left PTL, started with Schneider, which turned out to be a good go. I was with Schneider for 3 years. And a trainer for like maybe a year and a half or so. They did not want to promote me. I was too good of a trainer. I wanted to move up. They didn't promote me. So I left. I got me a tractor trailer. Got my own tractor trailer, started running my own business, subcontracting under a few companies. 6 months later, 8 months later, got another tractor trailer. 6 months later, got a dually, start hauling cars, and hired 2 former students to drive my tractor trailers, and eventually 2 of my brothers to drive the tractor trailers. Lost all that. Joe Biden administration got in, lost everything. I didn't even want to see a tractor trailer anymore. So I went and started driving buses for MARTA. And I drove buses for MARTA for over 2 years. And I was pretty good at it. At one point, I was working, I think I worked 6 days a week for like 7 months straight. I got a perfect attendance for the entire year of 2020. And we all know that that was in the height of the pandemic. And yeah. But needless to say, that was a testing job dealing with them people. But as you can see on the left, man, that was the Ford F-150 that was on fire. They just had put it out. If you zoom in, you can see a couple of people on the ground. I was trying to turn my dash cam a little bit. This was bad. This was bad. Anytime you're dealing with an 18-wheeler, you see how that 18-wheeler went across that median, man, and oh man, he had to been doing about 65, 70. And then you got them coming from the other side doing 65, 70. And that was just catastrophic, man. That was catastrophic. You see the people on the ground, the 2 people on the ground getting help. And the traffic was for miles. And like I said, I went all the way just about to Nashville. You know what I'm saying? I went all the way up 75, got on 24 in Chattanooga and went all the way up 24, just about to Nashville, and turned around and came back, and this traffic jam was still there 7 hours later. So I would imagine by now they should be pretty close to cleaning it up. But hey, yeah. So after I left MARTA, I went back to driving 18 wheelers, driving hazardous material, hazmat. I was carrying 4,500 gallons of sulfuric acid from Fulton Industrial to Clarksville, Tennessee, offloading it off the tank and deadheading back. And for those who don't know what deadheading means, it just means the truck is coming back empty with no cargo. So I did that for about a year. Um then I started doing some, over the road like cross country stuff with a company out of Pennsylvania. That didn't work out. Went with another company in Illinois. Didn't really like that, and then started doing local, which is what I'm doing today. You know what I'm saying? So um and in between, and that was pretty much a summary of my 11 years of driving the 18 wheeler. But which was off and on because I've had a couple of businesses and everything. But this right here, driving these 18 wheelers are very, very dangerous. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be paying attention at all times. You got to be rested when you're driving these 18 wheelers, because one little blink that's too long can cause everything to go wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So people, just know what you're doing. I'm not saying don't do it. Not at all. I'm not saying don't do it, because as you can see, it's a gazillion trucks out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of truck driving jobs. It's a lot of people that drive 18 wheelers. You know what I'm saying? So they always going to be looking for more drivers. But just know that when you get out there, you got to get all the way in there and learn what you're doing. Now, I don't really agree with these truck driving schools because they pushing it down your throat. They're forcing it down your throat. They want you to be, pretty much had that license in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe tops. Nah, I recommend going to a technical school. I went to a technical school where I had 8 weeks of training. Um, Out of the 11 people in my class, I think it was only 3 of us passed the driving test. And guess what? The others were allowed to have 2 or 3 additional weeks. You know what I'm saying? To get it. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking about uh driving a truck, that's not something that you're gonna learn in a couple of weeks. It's a lot of ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? There's more. I tell people this all the time. I've been saying it for years. The easy part is driving the truck. It's everything else that you got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention. You gotta soak up so much when it comes to trucking, man. And the biggest thing, you got to be rested. As you know, what is that comedian name? It was a comedian that got hit by a Walmart driver, Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan got hit by a Walmart driver, and a few years ago, and that was because the Walmart driver was not rested. You got to get your rest out here. When you dealing with it's one thing to fall asleep behind the wheel of a car, but we talking about 80,000 pounds. And today I was probably about 78, 79,000 pounds, which my load is pretty much between 77 and 80,000 pounds anyway. 80,000 pounds is the max, unless you got permits. But we talking about falling asleep behind the wheel with 80,000 pounds. Hey, it's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well. And regardless of how big those trucks look, they fold up like a can. They fold up like a soda can. This is a very dangerous job. So if you coming into this industry, you need to educate yourself, watch YouTube videos, talk to other truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? And I recommend going to technical school so you can just, because when I went to technical school, we didn't get right to the truck. We was in there doing classwork stuff the first couple of weeks. And then once we start getting out there, now we doing repetition and everything else about the pre-trip. You got to know about your pre-trips, not bent, cracked, or broken. I see no leaks, I hear no leaks. You got to know all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And proper pre-trip is very important, because a lot of these breakdowns and stuff like that, if you roll off the lot and you haven't did a proper pre-trip, you could get in trouble for that. You mess around and get out here and get in a wreck, and they find out you ain't did a proper pre-trip. That we talking feds, like dealing with these 18-wheelers, we talking feds, you know what I'm saying? So people, all I'm asking y'all to do is to know this industry, because it is a very dangerous industry. If y'all out there on the highway riding side by side with an 18-wheeler, step on the gas and get away from them. Don't be riding side by side with the 18-wheeler. Get away from that dude, because a lot of times those tires be blowing. You know what I'm saying? The tires will blow. The trailer might swing. Driver might be in there nodding, all sleeping and stuff like that. Hey, get away from the 18-wheeler. Get away from it. They are very, very dangerous. Yeah, look at this. A lot of lives got changed today. I guarantee whoever was in that truck, and that truck, that truck over here, this truck over here, that was a full F-150. Whoever was in that truck is one of the 3 people that's gone. Guaranteed. Because it had to be on impact. I don't know if one of the drivers of these 18-wheelers was deceased. They didn't say exactly who was deceased, but this was the truck that came from over here, and he met them 2 head on. Right here is a tanker. We know he was heavy. Look at all of this stuff around. Look at all of this stuff around. Just think about these people right here that's actually watching it in progress. You know what I'm saying? This was bad, man. This was bad. The tractor trailer industry is very, very dangerous. This is a very dangerous business. That's why I'm trying to personally get out of it, because it's not even worth the money that it paid 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Or when I had my business, when my business first started up, oh man, I hadn't seen, under the Trump administration too, I hadn't seen money like that since then. You know what I'm saying? But over the years, it's just been, the industry just been going down, 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 down. It's just been going down, man. So listen, man, I appreciate you. If you got to the end of this video, please comment below. Ask some questions. You got questions about trucking? Ask them. I'm going to do my best to try to answer every single question that I can. Please, please comment below, like, comment, and share. Because guess what? I'm trying to stay out. I'm trying to get out the truck. If I get enough views, I'm going to get out that truck. Trying to get out there this year. So I appreciate y'all tapping in and getting this far in the video. Thank you for tuning into XconMedia. Go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hurry up!